Welcome to Graphics That Pop and Cafe Markets. We're going to give you a quick tour of our facility and some of the things that we do. This is our deluxe micro market and or pantry. This is our pantry service for our employees. And these panels are ultra lightweight, all the panels pinned together. The pin system, okay, allows it to be a self-leveling market. When you put those pins in, it automatically levels to the floor. These are steel countertops. We can wrap them in any color that you want. We also offer stainless steel countertops. We create a lot of micro markets, and our customers are able to repurpose them. So you can unpin these headers or they latch on and they come out very easily. You can change out graphics whenever you need to. This is our lock and load and deluxe. And what we're going to do is we're going to just pull this out like this. This turns around like this. And now you can easily lock it in place and load from the back. This saves time, saves product, and prevents profit loss. When you're done loading it, you can spin it back around and you put it back in place and it locks in magnetically. These are our drinks. You know, we don't have as wide a selection as some, but we give the employees what they want. And so this is some of the food that we give our employees. So anyways, I'm really into pantry, and through Cafe Markets, what we do is we do a lot of marketing. We have our data services that we're going to show you. We're constantly purchasing data of every business in the country that has 100 or more employees or 50 to some odd employees. It's my experience that vending, let's say you have 100 people, does about $24,000 per year. Micro markets will do about $46,000 per year. And pantry service will do between $96,000 to $100,000 per year. So we really pitch pantry and, you know, just to reduce the cost and the investment. So with that being said, we've been very successful doing pantry for 50 employees that basically have nothing, selling it as a benefit for employee retention. And, you know, we do as much with 50 people as many companies do with 100 people in a micro market. Okay, we're going to take you around the building now. This is Joe Jones. He's been here how many years?
2 years.
2 years. Came in production, and how long did it take me to put you in charge?
2 months.
2 months. He came in and a lifesaver for me, but he is our shop foreman. Lays out all the work, helps streamline the operations, does our inventory control, lays out the jobs on the board. How many jobs do we have on the board right now?
17.
We have 17 jobs. They'll probably all be out by, today's Friday, they'll all be out by Friday of next week.
We definitely want your business.
We have a lot of fun, don't we?
Yes, we do.
This is our lovely office manager, Myra.
Hello.
Been with us now how many years?
7 years.
7 years, there you go. All right. She takes care of all our accounts receivable, accounts payable. She helps with the sales, does a lot of sales. Things have changed over the last 7 years, haven't they?
Yes.
What would you say?
We've grown a lot.
We've grown a lot. Refined our processes
Correct.
constantly. All right. Moving along. This is my vice president of operations.
Hello.
All right. And this is my lovely daughter, Jessica. And she's our vice president of sales. She just does an amazing job and a very hard job working with a lot of different customers and educating them on how to do the measurements right, whether it's a soffit or a fur down, making sure it fits in the room, their timeline, how fast that they move it, right?
Well,
We want your business.
yes.
So this is our print room where we have 4 different printers. What's very effective about having 4 different printers, we have a different roll of material on each printer. So there's 3M, there's backlits, there's general formulations, and we never take those rolls off. So what we do is we have a laminator outside that matches each printer. Now there's UV printing and you can print to the surface and then put a lam on it. But the reason that we use vinyl is so that we can wrap the edges of the header. It's just a more durable product having a protective laminate film on it. So over here we got Axel and Carlos. Carlos runs our graphics department. You can say hi.
Hello.
So anyways, they're threading a laminator right now. It looks like, what you doing? You're showing them, okay. But over here you can see that we've got 5 laminators. Laminator 1, laminator 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, we got 6 laminators. Didn't even know that. And each laminator has a different roll of laminate film that matches the vinyl for each print. This is looks like a marble finish that we printed. We're excellent at matching any millwork. So if you have a Formica or a Wilson Art, one of your customers, we can match it identical. You just give us the number, we get a sheet of Wilson Art, we take a picture of it, and then we match it. We can print anything that you'd like. So this is a header for one of our micro markets, and you can see this nice wood grain finish as we wrap it. And one of the reasons I like to use vinyl is we can wrap the edges of the vinyl. So we carry 2 different types of panels. We have our wood core and our corrugated core. And our wood core is virtually indestructible. It's a plywood core wrapped in plastic on both sides. So most businesses that make fixtures, they use a particle board material with a melamine finish on both sides. We do pattern matching. So we're cutting out 3 different materials, and then we put embedded T-nuts on it. Our T-nut connection in our plywood panels is so strong you can lift 350 pounds with it. So we have our plywood core with the plastic clad, or we have our ultra lightweight panels, which is a corrugated core with plastic clad. All the way around the panels is U-trim that goes all the way around it. And this is what makes it virtually waterproof. So if you're mopping your floors, ours are encased in plastic. Well, this is Noel. He runs our CNC department, and we have 3 CNCs that cut out our material, and we do one job at a time. The reason you want 4 printers, 3 CNCs, is if one piece of equipment breaks and goes down. And Noel, you can tell them, do we have extra parts? When it breaks, I fix it. So other than like calling a repairman and saying, oh, wow, my machine's down and nobody knows how to fix it, we have extra parts for all of our printers and all of our CNCs. So, but things break and you got to be able to fix them quick. And if you don't have all the equipment in place, you're not going to be able to produce it the way we do. So when you order a market from us, sometimes we average 4 to 5 days to ship it. Sometimes as much as a week to 10 days, depending on how busy we are. So this is our tape machine. Back in the day, I started making tough fronts and cutting them out by hand, 1 panel at a time. Basically, just this black ABS material. And we sold about, I don't know, well over 350,000 tough fronts. And we began cutting them out by hand, 1 panel at a time. And we put tape on the back of them so they could apply them to the machines. It's very labor intensive. Now we die cut, CNC, but the taping was a big deal. So back in 2006, I just took 8 tape dispensers. I took them apart, I flattened them out, I welded them to these counters, and this is how we apply our peel back adhesive. This machine has probably run about $36 million worth of plastic through it. Anyways, better processes. Over here, this is where we assemble all of our panels. So this is the next market that they're building right now. And again, this is pattern matching, where they take 3 pieces of material, plastic, corrugated core, plastic again. We have the peel back adhesive on it. It runs through the laminator. We come over here and you can see Audie here is putting the lights on. We've gone all the way around this with U-trim, which is glued on. and it makes it virtually indestructible. And also, with all of our panels, this is a back panel. We mount power strips to it. So you got plenty of power and it's easy to plug in. So this department here is where we assemble all of our lock and load racks. All this material up here are parts that we can quickly assemble, and whether they want 7 shelves or 3 shelves or countertops or just any configuration that they would like. These are our lock and load racks, okay? We have this monster lock and load rack where you can have shelves on it. As I spin this around, you can see this just holds an enormous amount of product. Over here, this is another lock and load rack, and these backs come off magnetically, so you can still load from the back, hook them in place, load from the back, put the back on, and you're good to go. This here is a lock and load rack with a grid wall. And again, the backs come off if you want them to come off, and boom, they just pop right back on, and they go magnetically. Over here, this is a slat wall, lock and load with a slat wall, and or this little signage that just pops off and on. And then over here, this is just a rack with no back. This is a 2-foot rack. You know, any of our racks, you can add grid wall to the sides, the back. They're just very versatile. And sometimes customers will order a truckload of these at one time. So very great for smaller locations. Audi and Axle right now are packaging this micro market. And you see we have this hexacomb that's glued together in many different thicknesses. 3 inches, 4 1/4 inches, 3 inches. So after they make a bank of a micro market, this is how they package it right here. So everything is separated. Very rarely do we ever have any damages. And then the lock and load racks go on top. These panels come off exactly in the order that you put them up, and you just pin them together. That market that I showed you earlier probably takes us about 10 to 15 minutes to set it up. And what's so nice is it can be repurposed. The best process is to just have the graphics customized on the header and on the back panel, because that's just the most inexpensive way to change it out in the future. You're only changing a few panels on the header and putting new graphics on the back panel. Very affordable to do. Our average repurposing of a market might be like $300, $300 to $400, very inexpensive. This is what a market looks like after it's packaged, okay? And so we have all that hexacomb in there. We ship thousands of markets across the country, and rarely do we ever have any damages. This banding is really important. Many companies, when they're banding a pallet, they take the banding and they go all the way around the pallet. What happens is the forks go underneath the pallet and they break the banding. We never do that. What we do is we go around the runners, up, over, around the runner of the pallet and back over. So the forks can never hit the banding and break them. So we have 5 graphic designers and operators all over the country. They call us up and they say, we want to go pitch Kihi, okay? So our designers will produce custom designs that look exactly the way they do when we manufacture them. It takes usually 24 hours, and we do this service for no charge. We produce approximately 60 to 70% of the designs that we do. So I'm going to skip back to our data service. You can go to our website and click on any state, Tennessee, Texas, any of them, and download for free every business in that state that has 50 or more employees. And my theory of growing organically is to email them, use direct mail once a month, every 2 weeks, and then build LinkedIn profiles so you're doing your marketing to your potential customers. What you really want to do is you want to reach out to your potential customers. So we have human resources, facility managers, presidents, vice presidents. A while back, we used to have, oh my goodness, when we began making markets in 2017, we sold 6 because our product wasn't very good, but we re-engineered. And at one time, we must have had 22 people in the shop doing about only like $1.5 million worth of business. It was horrible. Now we have 8 people on our floor, and we'll break $10 million this year. And it's all about developing better processes. So this hexacomb is what we use for packaging, which is a great material. But when we were cutting it out, you got this massive amount of hexacomb to cut out. It would take somebody manually 10 minutes to do it, and they would quit. So anyways, I built this machine, and this cuts out this product in 10 seconds. And then what we do is we glue it together and we cut it out on our banding machine to size. So, talking about processes. In the vending business, a guy picks up a case of soda, puts it on a dolly, rolls it over to the truck, picks it up, puts it in the truck, climbs in the truck, puts it where it goes, drives to the location, and reverses the process. So you're literally moving the product minimum of 6 times, sometimes 7 or 8 times. And the product gets damaged, okay? So with that being said, I want to show you our box truck. This is our prototype box truck. So unlike having one dolly, this truck will hold 8 to 10 carts. Depending how you put it in there, you go 15 or 20 carts. So it actually holds more product in the truck than you're currently using. This truck also has a lift gate in it. For $150 from Amazon, I made it a wireless lift gate, and there's a winch on it that pulls the product up and secures it, whether you're going up or down, and you can be parked on a hill. It's not going anywhere. Being a route driver is a physically hard job, but this way, your route driver drives to the location, he rolls the cart off, wheels it in, fills the machines, and he's done. I also put an air conditioner on here. It's $1,200. It's a 12-volt system. So you're driving down the road, insulated the top of it. Sorry, it's just a better way to do it. I think they're doing it completely wrong. We can build carts to retrofit vans or box truck, any vehicle that you're using. There's just better ways to move things, better processes. Okay, going over to the lighting. So this is Hector. He takes care of all of our lighting and our cutting our U trim, our dividers, our LED lights. Over here is where we assemble all of our Premiers. These are Premier 1.0. Pretty soon, probably the next week or the week after, we'll have an entire inventory of our Premier 2.0. That's where the shelves pull out on glides. Daniel will give you a little more video of that. It's on wheels, it's got leg levelers. The only thing I want to improve on that is when the shelves pull out, I want all the product pushers to pull back. So in our current product pusher system, we put these hooks on there, and you pull the product pusher back and you lock it in place. So there's a couple of problems, not problems, but design flaws that I don't like. So these go in and they twist in like this. And right here on this, you have a lot of friction. And then we put our dividers in, you have more friction. So in the shelf I'm about to show you how we're going to remove all that friction is this. These dividers will change, and there are going to be wires that come up here and drop into holes. There'll be 2 wires to resist friction. The product will sit on this very slick wires. So there's different types of powder coating, and this is a very slick powder coating. So to have this AI work properly, and the product must advance every time. So anyways, I wanted to come up with a better system. And this system is you just spread these and you can take these product pushers out. So this is spring loaded here. And now versus having that plastic which sometimes break, you can pick a hole, put it in there. You got a nice close shot of that, Daniel. And then you come back here and the product pusher goes on. Now, one of the nice things about this is versus hooking every product pusher back, this shelf lifts up, pulls back, and all the product pushers pull back. So now you just load and you push the shelf back in and you're good to go. Hector over here, he's cutting these LED light extrusion fixtures. They come in black or white. And the next thing we do is we put the LED in it and then we put epoxy on it so we make sure that it never comes off. And then these lenses, they just pop in so easily. I just put them in here just like this, and it's just, if any of your lights burn out, which we guarantee everything for 5 years, we just send you another light, and you can remove your light and put it in seconds. Just screws right in. So these are our dividers. We buy boxes and boxes of this, and then we cut them to size so they fit in our shelving. So these are parts off of our Premier cabinet, right? Unlike wrapping a box truck where you got a flat section, you put it on there and you go straight down. Sometimes we wrap the entire thing. Anyways, what we do here is this is in a pin system here. So we wrap this whole thing and then it can tip over so he can finish it. And this panel's held on magnetically. And then we have other jigs here so that we can easily wrap these. This just boom, and then it magnetically holds it in place so we can quickly wrap them. These are wrap cabinets. This is a very dark wood grain Wilson Art finish that we match. Best affordable practices is we don't charge any extra because we've got to wrap the slat wall no matter what. And we have to wrap this back panel no matter what. So the best practice is put your graphics on the back, the header, which we don't charge any extra for, and then you can do your area decor. And what's so nice about these cabinets is this slat wall unscrews and you can pop another piece in minutes. I'm over here at Computer Visionaries, who we're partnered with to develop our AI inventory control system. Anyways, they make these adjacent cameras here that are robotic that go back and forth, and they focus on the adjacent shelf that keeps the inventory 100% accurate. Now let me show you what we're working on over here. So this is our Premier 2.0 cabinet. And what we're going to do here is we're mounting cameras into the back of it. And on the back of it, what we have is a code. So now as the product advances, you'll know exactly what the inventory is 100%. And in addition to that, we're coming up with a camera system that retrofits your AVS coolers. So now you will never ever have to send somebody out to inventory your micro market or pantry. In addition to that, it's not just about the inventory. We have that down. It's one camera per 2 columns. Cameras are very inexpensive. They're only $5. And then we're custom making the USB cabling so it's easy to retrofit, be it your existing markets, the markets that we're going to sell, or retrofit your coolers. But it's also about your product advancing. This is Chris Lee. He's with Universal Displays. They manufacture all of our lock and load, powder coating, wires, our Premier cabinets, just a lot of things. It's a huge facility. We look forward to giving you a tour of it. This is Chris Lee. Tell them what they're going to see.
Yeah, so we partner with Robert to build all his product. You're going to be able to see from start to finish how we, manufacture all the parts and items, elements that go into this. You'll see it from this beginning stages, from wire all the way through the sheet metal. We do millwork, we do cabinetry, fully assembled cabinetry for a lot of retailers out in the country.
And you're a large manufacturer, right?
Yeah.
High volume manufacturer.
High volume manufacturing is our forte, yes.
High volume. You also have graphics and print rooms, right?
We do print in-house, digital
Okay.
printing.
I think I know your business better than you do. Anyways, Chris is brilliant. If it wasn't for Chris, and they have a whole team of engineers over there that I really enjoy working with. But we do look forward to seeing you, and hopefully we can do some business together.